Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT, and now it's time to get ready for round 9 of the 2019 series of the Supra GT Cup on Gran Turismo Sport. So, looks like we'll be racing Tokyo Expressway South Inner Loop for 5 laps, and now this is going to be very perfect. We might take the chance we'll be able to get ready. So, I hope that this is going to be very perfectly well to be able to race on the city track, and this is definitely might be pretty good for one extreme racer on the expressway. We might be able to do perfectly. We'll get started. So I hope you guys have really enjoying round 8. So good thing that this will might be able to have a replay included. So good thing that this is going to be able to get best ways to save the reputation. We might be able to keep it going. So this will do perfectly. We might get everything better to be able to be back on the regular gameplay to be able to have a good race. Will begin. So I hope that this is going to be very good, that this will might be able to take 5 laps of the race, and this will be very different strategy racing that will be able to take the pit stop ahead. So this is going to get everything well perfectly. We might get started. So good thing that this is definitely might be taking a good lap time. We might get better to get. So this is going to be able to get ready for one good excellent race that this will might be prepared. So just going to have to take a lot more practice that this will might be able to beat the lap time. We might go in as possible. So good thing that this is going to be taking a lot more practice, that this will might have a chance before this will might get started for today. So even perhaps that this is going to be very good, that this will might be able to take plenty much more speed. We'll be able to go up and be quicker to be able to have to get everything well achievable for. So I hope that this is going to give him one good hot lap strategy, that this will might take the goal time to be able to reach up for only 2 minutes and 20 seconds, that this is going to be able to take the hard challenge. We might be prepared. So this is going to get everything excellent. We'll be able to do it. So this is going to be able to take a lot more rush. We might be able to keep up when the time comes, that this will might have a very good race. We'll be able to do perfectly. We'll get better. Now I hope that this is going to be able to take plenty much more turns, that this is going to get very tougher and simple to be able to keep holding on for, because this is going to get very worked hard, that this will might take that flying corner hairpin is definitely might be going in, and then this is going to get very closer, that this will might be able to do a lot more speed. Will get better, that this will might take the chance to be able to work perfectly improved. But also giving one important tip: try not to hit the walls, that this will be able to receive a penalty occurred, because this is going to get very tricky, that this is going to be able to take a little risk, that this will might be able to go in. So just going to have to be able to follow up the blue glimpse. We might be able to do shortly, that this will might come closer to get. And also until heading up onto the hairpin near the pits, because this is going to get a little bit hard closer, that this will might be able to keep a little bit less slide to be able to keep amount of the grip. We might be able to keep it hold. So make sure that to hit the 150 market board, that this will might be able to go at the main cube. So this is going to get a little bit perfect chance to be able to perform the inside turns, that this will might go in. Okay, take that on ramp. We might be able to go in, and then this is going to be able to take plenty much more technical turns, that this will might go extremely fast and quick, and this is going to get everything better. We'll be able to do the ways to keep up. Now this is going to get very efficient handling, that this is definitely might be able to take a lot more skills. Will perfectly easily to improve, but this is going to get very difficult to try not to hit too many walls like this, but giving a little tap, that this will might give a little bit less, that this will might get everything clear to be safer to be going in to do it. Alright, looks like this is going to give him one better lap time, that this might go in. So this is going to be very roughly, that this is going to be able to take a lot more fast rush. We might go in. Okay, this is going to get very simple, and always giving a lot more speed. We'll be able to catch up, that this might go as possible to get. So I hope that this is going to be able to have a very tough race, that this might be able to keep up, to be able to keep going faster. So even for sure that this is going to giving a one good pit strategy, that this is going to be able to go up ahead. So this is going to be able to keep everything well checked, that this will might be able to do plenty much more corner skills, that this will might be able to stay on track, that this is going to be able to take. Alright, looks like this is going to giving enough time, and then going in to be able to take a little bit perfectly chance we might be able to going well, that this is going to be able to take plenty much more consecutive inside turns we might be able to do perfectly we'll get. Alright, looks like gonna have to reach up for 1.5 seconds that this is gonna be able to take. But this is gonna get very hard that this will might go on the expressway tunnel, that this will might go faster and quicker. Okay, so this is going to get very tricky, folks, because this is going to giving a lot more speed. Will might keep up, and giving a lot of hard risk Will might be able to take, because this is going to be able to do perfectly. Will be able to keep up for the practice, so this will be able to give a well verified check that this will might be prepared to be able to get started. So this is going to be able to try to keep up to be able to reach for only 2-second gap behind. That this will might be able to do better, that this will might take everything, go on the approach on the inside, that this will might be able to stay on track. Okay, this is going to get very tricky, and then take a little bit few more consecutive turns that this will might be able to stay on it, because this is going to get a little bit lighter and then heavier, that this will might be able to stay on track, that this will might goes in for a little bit longer. Okay, looks like this is going to be good to have a 2-lap practice finish, and then this one might take a chance for a warm-up, that this one might be good to go. So it's going to be able to do perfectly. Will might be able to do the chance Will might get in, and then this is going to be quite very excellent, that this is going to be able to take a lot more practice before this Will might join in for the race session, that this will be able to do perfectly. Will might get better. Okay, let's just gonna be able to make sure this is gonna be able to take a little 1-minute time warm-up, that this one might be able to do perfectly, that this one might be prepared to do the real deal. Okay, so the outside part is going to be very hard, that this is going to get very extremely turned, that this is going to be able to deal with any consecutive turns, but make sure follow the apex on that part of the turn, because do not try to cut it, because this will might have a penalty occur, so we might be able to have to be very safely to be able to stay on the tarmac track, that this will might do better. So this is going to be good to be able to be prepared for a match, so let's get ready to race, to be able to sit back and get started. And now this is going to be able to take a lot more better time, that this will might be able to get started to do it. But I hope that this is going to be another great race we'll be able to do perfectly, we might need to get. So even that this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this will might be able to take a lot more speed to be able to keep up. So good thing that this is going to be very excellent, that this will might be able to do perfectly. We might get everything better. We might be able to have a very excellent race we might begin. So looks like everybody is all here, and now this is going to be very good, that this will might be able to get everything ready to take a nice Tokyo race, that this will might be able to use what all the Supras are now definitely going to be able to be in place. Kind of say that this is going to be quite very awesome, that this is going to be able to have a very good one-make race we'll might be able to get started out for. Now let's just gonna have to sit back and wait, and then this is going to be able to get ready for a warm-up, and then this will be able to do perfectly. Will might give a better chance, we might get started. Alright, good thing everybody is good to go, so let's just going to be able to get ready for one good clean race. We'll begin. Everything is going to be quite going well to be able to take a good challenge, that this one might take a lot more strategy turns, that this is going to be able to take. But also just going to stay on the good balance position, that this will be able to do a little bit maintain, because we just definitely don't want to take a lot more collision to be able to do perfectly, that this is going to be able to take much caution strategy that this one might have. Now I hope that this is going to be able to do plenty much more slipstream. We might be able to speed up to be able to increase its acceleration. We might be able to get there. So looks like this is going to get very closer, and now even if possible that this one might be able to hit the 100-meter marker, that this is definitely might be able to go in. But it gets pretty slippery and pretty tougher, that this is going to be able to get there. So I hope that this is going to be able to do a lot more runs, we might be able to keep up on it. Okay, wait for the 150 mark here and now, and then just gonna be able to give it one good hard brace that this one might be able to be very careful not to hit any opponents, because this is gonna get very tougher that this one might be able to keep up with this race. This wheel might get everything better, that this one might do a lot more chance. We'll keep it coming and keep going faster that this is going to be able to take. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to start out for a 10-minute 5-lap qualifying race that this will might be able to begin. So this is going to be able to do perfectly, will might get better, and this is going to be quite very good that this is going to be able to do a little pit stop ahead. Well, pit stop behind that this is going to be able to take. So let's just going to be able to get ready, because this is going to be able to give a good time that this will be able to get ready to go for this race. So everybody is about to be able to go out in the pit parking garage, and now let's go and get ready to race. And then this is going to be giving Will check that this is going to be able to do perfectly. Will might get better. Okay, so looks like I thought I might be able to start out in 12th place, because, well, I guess might be able to have to change up the positions in the row order, and this is going to be able to do a lot better that this is going to be able to take. Okay, giving a little bit bumps that we need to be very careful not to do any loose balance that this is going to be able to take. Okay, looks like the fuel map is on, and this is going to be able to do better to be able to have that radar to be set up for. Alright, here we go. This is going to giving a well scattered chance that this is going to be able to get everything well proper in order. Now, looks like just going to be able to have to take that inside turn. It is going to be very quick and careful that this is going to be able to take. Alright, looks like this is going to giving one opponent coming in from behind that this is going to be able to take a little chance. We might speed up on it. And then here we go. This is going to giving one brace turn to be able to get in, to be able to take a little bit chance. Okay, better to give a good close eye view, and looks like this is going to giving a little bit better that this one might be able to be very careful not to cut off the turns placed by the apex that this one might go in. Okay, just gonna take that inside turn, so try not to hit each other, because this is definitely a Tokyo Extreme Racers, not Extreme Bumper. Is definitely doesn't count on it. So just gonna be able to take a little bit more chance. We might speed up and get better. We might be able to take. Okay. Like this is going to giving a little bit harder that this making sinners to be able to give it one good penalty check that this one might be able to stay careful, because that could be very harder that this will be very riskier that this will never want to have any collisions going on to do it. Okay, this may cost a better lap that this is definitely might need to do a little bit better. So I could probably able to have to take 2 laps that this one might go well, that this will be needed for sure. Alright, let's just gonna do this, by the way. So this is gonna get everything well better that this one might be able to take inside turns. Will might go quickly, that this one might go as possible. Okay, let's go and take that qualifier to begin, and now this is going to be able to give a better chance. We might be able to do a little bit more speed time that this one might get everything set up for. So good thing that this is definitely might be early start, that this one might get started out to do it. So looks like this is going to be able to force in onto the penalty to be able to slow down quickly. That will be able to do a lot better, that this will be needed to take a lot more handling skills will go in, but this is going to be able to take a little bit more time that this will also occur. Okay, well, didn't place the qualifying time to be able to confirm, so Just gonna be able to take a little bit more rush times that this might keep up on it. Okay, let's just gonna be able to take that inside turns will go better, and then this is gonna get a little bit better that this is gonna be able to take. Okay, make sure that this is gonna be giving one good straight chances to be able to catch up on it, and then this is gonna giving a little bit more improvements that this is gonna be able to do better. Going in, take that slipstream over on the tunnel, Expressway, will might be able to go extreme, will be able to do quickly to be able to go fast as possible. Now, this is going to be able to take a little bit excellent hard turns that this will might stay on it. This is going to giving a little bit easier to be able to keep it hold on the grip, and then just going to be able to make sure this is going to get very closer in. Okay, looks like this is going to giving a little bit usual that this will be needed to take. Alright, so looks like this is going to be able to have to take enough time that this will might going into the pits as possible. So just going to be able to give it one good best ways will might proceed. So good thing that this will be needed to do it quick. So I hope that this is going to be able to do a lot better that this will might goes in, besides for the next lap that this is going to be take a little bit nearly there. Alright, looks like going on the out lap will might be able to take, so this will be able to have enough time that this will might goes in. So even perhaps that this is going to be able to give strategies that this is going to be able to take a strong approach, that this is going to be very possible that this will be able to do better, that this will might be able to keep going forward. Now, this is going to get very handling that this is going to be able to do a little bit careful. Will might be able to stay on it. Okay, looks like the fuel map is definitely might be able to keep everything well checked, and then I hope that this is going to be able to do recommend pit strategy that this will might stop at lap 4. But this is going to get everything well better, because maybe this is going to be able to take a new lap time that this is going to be able to take a lot more chance we might get everything better. Now, I hope that might be able to do perfectly. We might be able to beat the lap time for 2 minutes and 20 seconds that this is going to be able to take the hard go. We might get in there. Okay, just going to have that turn to be go roughly in, and then try not to do any more weird contact that this is going to be able to coming in to do it. Just gonna be able to stay on track that this will might get everything well focused. Okay, still got enough time. This will might take the chances, will might be able to do better. Okay, looks like taking a little bit few bump damage for it, so causing a little decreased SR is definitely a little problem that this will might be very careful. Okay, this is going to be able to take the blue glimpse, will go guideline directly. I hope that this is going to be getting a little bit harder fast that this one might take. Okay, that should do it. Now, this is going to be giving one perfect chance that this will might give a brace. Oh, no, 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 nope. Nope, that doesn't count, because that is pretty hard to be able to make sure that this is going to be very to keep up, that this will might be able to stay on it on the 150 marker, that this is going to be very possible. So looks like I hope that this is going to be able to do a lot more better, that this will might be able to keep up and keep going faster, will might be able to take. Well, I hope that this is going to be a tough race, that this will might be able to be very careful on the walls. That could be the hard part, that this will might be able to stay clean. Okay, just gonna get in there. Alright, so looks like nothing perfect, and this is gonna get very difficult that this will might be able to deal with a new set of qualifying lap time that this is gonna be able to go in. Well, I guess that this is going to be able to drop in last place, because this Will might get everything better. Will might take the chance. Will keep it up and keep it going. So looks like this is going to be able to take the 5th and final lap. That this is definitely might be able to have a little bit race well done. Will might go in. Okay, this is going to be able to take. Almost there. Just going to be able to have to do a little bit more possible. That this is going to be very hard chance that this is going to be able to keep up on it. I hope that this is going to be able to do a little bit more chance. Will might get everything faster. We'll be able to stay on track to do it. Alright, looks like 50% of half amount of fuel remaining, so just going to be able to make sure this is going to be able to take a one good perfect lap time. That this will might be able to get everything well verified check to go. I hope that this is going to be able to take a little bit much more possible to get. Alright, time remaining is good to go. So it looks like the overtime has definitely come. So this is going to be able to do a little bit more possible. That this will might be able to take a little bit more progress. That this is going to be able to take a good race. We might be able to go in. Alright, looks like this is going to be quite very good. That this will be able to have to give it one good lap number 4 check. That this is going to be able to keep on for. So better have to make sure that this is going to be pretty tougher. That this will might be able to go in. Okay, almost. Just gonna have to be able to keep it well controlled, because don't want to do anything. Needs to be able to take the perfect lap time. Will might go in. Come on, I hope this is going to be giving one perfect lap. That this will might be needed for sure. Alright, looks like this is definitely might be waiting for so long, because this is definitely might be able to get ready for a race. So looks like I just tried my best. That this is going to be able to do much better. That this will might need to take. So looks like this is going to be very tougher race. That this is going to be able to do a lot more passes, and then this is going to get very harder. That this will might be able to have to take a good clean race to avoid hitting the walls, because this is going to get very harder. That we might be able to endure to keep it up on it. Okay, looks like everybody is all done. So this is going to be able to have to take a little bit of time, but only 4 drivers are running around, and then make it 5. So this is going to be able to take a little bit more settled in and get everything ready. So I know that this is definitely might be pretty tough for having a race. That this will might take a single lap chance. That this is going to get pretty difficult. So I know that this is going to be able to take much more faster race. We might be able to stay strong and stay handling. We might be able to race around on the city track. Alright, results have been confirmed, and now let's get ready to get started for one good clean race. We might take the chance. We'll get everything ready. Now, I hope that this is going to be able to get well checked. That this will might be able to have a 20 car challenge. That this will might have everything ready. Now, this is definitely might be pretty good. That this will might be able to stay on it, because this is going to get very challenging. That I should probably be able to pass on with some few other opponents, including Roadhog 2 is in the race. So looks like this is definitely might be able to take a little bit chance. That this will be able to get everything started for one good fast race. That this will might take. Well, I know it is pretty hard to be able to take a good clean lap race. That this will might be able to get everything ready. So everybody's about to get ready to go, because this is going to get very extremely. That this will might be able to have to take a good clean race. Will might get in. I hope that this will might be do it, and then this will get prepared. Alright, here we go. It's round 9 of the GR Super GT Cup on Gran Turismo Sports. So this is going to be having a good race on Tokyo Expressway. So here we go. First up is Nintrado Talikina with a silver and golden chrome Supra. Followed by second place is Roll with the Steb with a Monster Energy Supra. Third place is Stipe Church with a yellow Supra. Fourth place is Crazy Cat 78. Fifth place with a nice Toyota Gazoo Racing Library variant of the Supra. Sixth place is Roadhog 2 with an ENF Racing. Seventh place is Dark Green Fiji Water. Eighth place is Dog Boss 555 with a TRD Supra variant. Ninth place is the Card Band with a flat style Supra. 10th place is Incongruously with a Golf Supra Library. 11th place is Expressway XSRT8. 12th place is King Guitarad 82 with a purple style Supra. 13th place is Russian Mule with a blue Supra. 14th place is BTCC Driver with a green Supra. 15th place is myself. 16th place is Haven't Done. 17th place is Sport Pro with a GR Supra Library. 8th place is Lisa Salter Sport 20. 19th place is Sling Dog. And 20 and last is Timony 812. Now this is going to be very excellent to be prepared for one good race. We might get everything prepared. So the false starts are now ready to go. So this is going to be a one tough race. We might be able to have everything getting ready to go. But this is going to be a one fast city race we'll be able to use with all the Supras. We might take the chance. So here we go. Let this be a one Tokyo Expressway race by using the Supras, and now this will be prepared to get started. Now this is going to get very tougher, that this is going to be able to catch up, and then this is going to be a hard challenge that this one might take 5 laps. So the collisions is definitely might be very risky that we must avoid. So let's be careful, because this is going to be a very tough race. We might keep up and see who's the fastest we might be able to achieve. Now looks like this is going to give everything excellent. We might be able to keep up going on for this race, and then this is going to get very extreme, that this is going to be able to take the 2-lane road, that this will might be able to go there. Now looks like this is going to be approaching in onto the blind corner, because this is going to take a lot more inside turns, and oh, looks like this is going to get very harder, and then this is definitely, oh snap, this is going to get very harder, that this is definitely might be needs to be very careful, and looks like that was happening, because this is going to be a very tough collision going on for this race, because this is going to be a very difficult one. So but I can't believe it, I just definitely took last place, since I'm just trying to be able to get everything, keep up with the passing, or might get everything pushed through to do it. Now this is going to be very difficult for having a one Tokyo race we might get in, because everything has the collision, because penalty will be able to occur, that this is definitely might need to be able to stay on track to be able to keep it much longer. I hope that this is going to be able to do a little bit more quickly to be able to catch up on the rush, and then this is going to get very extremely difficult. We'll be able to go faster around on Tokyo Expressway, and then this is going to give one extremely risk, that this will might be able to stay survive, that this is going to be able to take a lot more pressure. We'll be able to keep it endure. Now looks like this is going to get pretty difficult, that this is going to be able to stay on it, because everything is going to be able to do it just fine, but looks like this is going to get, oh, looks like there goes another one. That could be the hardest, that this is definitely causing a penalty, that this will occur. Well, sometimes that having hard hits is definitely might be happening, and then this is definitely might be able to take the time. We'll proceed onto the penalty line, because things going underway for under investigation during this race, that this is going to be able to take. But it is definitely a pretty hard time, that this will might keep it going. Now moving on to the second lap, and things have definitely might be able to keep going on to do it. So I thought that everybody thinks that this is going to be a good clean race we might take, but it gets pretty harder, that this is going to be able to go faster to get. Now looks like this is going to be able to take a little bit more time, that this is going to be able to take approaching in to be able to keep it going faster, and then all a few other drivers are now proceeding in onto the penalty line, that this will might be able to get rid of the problem. and then this will might have the other drivers will proceed as well, will keep up the chance, will might give a good race finish that this will might go forward to be able to go fast as possible. Now, looks like this is going to give him a one good extremely risk that this is going to be able to take that inside turn, and this is going to get very closer that this will might hold on for. Okay, looks like BTCC driver is now definitely might be able to try to keep holding on for a grip. Then Nintrino Trincia is in first place, and now this is going to get everything well better that this will might be able to stay on to be able to keep up in the lead. And then looks like this is going to giving a little bit extreme caution that this is going to be able to take a little junction turn that this will might go in. Now coming up on the Expressway tunnel, and now this is going to giving a little bit more closer edge that this will might be able to stay on it, because this is going to get very extremely cautious that this is going to be able to take. Now, looks like this is going to be able to do a risk race that this will might be able to take a little bit chance will might go on. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to take a little bit dirt lap, will might get in to be able to proceed as well. So this is going to get everything better that this will might be able to give a good different pit strategy that this will might go in. Okay, giving a good save, will might be able to keep holding on for, but luckily having a hard race is definitely might be able to avoid the bumps, is definitely might be very careful that this will might take, because this is going to get everything a little bit risk will might be able to take to be able to keep it endure. Now looks like this is going to be able to take a little bit more harder times that this will might keep it going faster, but this race is going to might get everything tightened up that this will might be able to stay in there, because always going to make sure don't get caught up with some penalty, and this is going to be able to take much more responsibility of racing, will might be able to take the chance will might go in there. Now looks like proceeding in onto the penalty line to be forced in to slow down, and then this will might give the moments will might be able to take, because this is going to get everything well better to be able to stay on it. It looks like BTCC driver is slowing down, and now he's going back up on the run to be able to keep up on it. Now I'm on 10th place, and this is going to be able to keep up to be able to take a little bit more rush, will might go faster to get, because this is going to get very intense that this will might be able to do everything they can, folks, because this is going to be able to do a little bit hard race, will might be able to try to keep up that this will be able to keep it to endure. But this will might be able to have to take a little bit more time that this will might going in to be able to proceed onto the pit stop, that this will might get everything well recommend checked that this will might go in. Okay, this is going to get very slippery to be able to take that handling, will might get there. Now this is going to be taking the dirt lap, will be able to proceed into the pit stop as possible, so this is going to be able to take a little bit more time that this will might keep going faster, will might keep it up and get everything better. Now looks like taking a little bit more sliding turns on the Expressway tunnel is definitely might be going in, and then this is going to get very quick and pretty simple to be able to going in, and then here comes the pit stop, and this is going to be able to press on to proceed. Now this is going to get everything excellent, will might be able to go in to proceed as well, because this is going to be able to do a lot better that this will might going inside of the pits, that this will might take the chance to go. Now everybody's in the pits, and now few of them at least that this will might be able to take the chance to be able to change up the tires and refuel. So this is going to be able to keep going, and then this will might take a little bit time to be able to stop refueling at the very moment. And then this is going to be able to be back on the 15th place, is definitely might be going quicker and going usual that this will might be able to take a little bit difficult race, will might keep it up on it. So taking the halfway lap, that this is going to be very different, that this is going to be able to do perfectly to take. So good thing that this is going to be able to take 2 more laps to go, but this is going to be able to do much quickly possible to be able to go fast. Okay, just going to be able to take a little bit more handling time that this will might keep it going, and then this is going to be able to do a little bit possible that this is going to be much possible that this is going to be able to take a much more chance that this is going to be able to take. because this is going to be very difficult for this race, folks, because this is going to be a very tough challenge to be able to race around on Tokyo Expressway, because this is going to be able to do a perfect clean race that everybody really wants to have. So that wheel might be able to have a little bit of curve that this one might be able to stay on it. Okay, looks like going back in, and then this is going to be able to take a few much more hairpin turns that this is going to be able to take the flying corner wheel going in, and this is going to get everything a little bit quicker to be able to go much as possible. Now, looks like onto the fourth lap, and this is going to be able to go in. And now, this is going to get everything excellent. We might get everything better. We'll be able to take, but this is going to get very struggled that this is going to be able to keep holding on to be able to press on to be able to take the chance. We'll go faster, and then everybody really wants to take the winning spot that this one might go in. Okay, looks like going in, take that fast overtake is definitely might be going in to make a clear proceed. And excellent. Now this is going to get everything worked up that this will might do perfectly. We might get the chance, we might be able to do it. Now this is going to be able to take a little bit hard turns that this will might be able to stay on it. And it looks like, look at this turn, and this is going to be very harder that this will might be able to stay on it. And then looks like almost there to reach up onto the final lap. And Nakado is definitely going to make it, because he is going to be able to take that first place winning spot. Is definitely might be getting excellent to be able to get closer. Now looks like other racers are now definitely might be able to try to keep up, that this is going to be a very tough race. We might be able to go in and go faster, that this is going to be able to take a lot more handling skills, that this is going to be very tougher to be able to take. Now proceeding in, and then this is going to be able to take the final lap of the race, and now this is going to get very closer that this will might be able to stay on track. Will might be able to get there, but this is going to be able to do a lot more racing strategy, that this is going to be able to take plenty much more inside turns. Will might be easier to take, because strong opponents are definitely might be quite going pro at it, that this will might be able to do in terms of any one good Supra race will might get in. Now, looks like going in onto the 11th place, and this is going to be able to take a little bit more passing through, so this is going to be able to take a little bit more hard pace, that this is going to be able to press forward, and then this is going to be able to do perfectly. Will might get in and go better, and this is going to get very difficult that this is going to be able to take. Almost there. This is going to be able to take a one perfectly stretched, that this will might take that turn, will stay in. But this is going to get everything excellent, that this is going to be able to have to take a lot more determined to see this will might go. And then it looks like Roadhog 2 is in 10th place, and he definitely might be able to try to keep up onto BTCC driver. And then this is going to be able to have to take everything more chances. Will might be able to keep it up on it. Will with the GTSA 3 is now in second, and then this is going to get everything well perfectly better to stay on it. And then it looks like Stripe Truck is now definitely in third. Now it looks like this is going to get everything a little bit harder, that this one might be able to stay on track, and then this is going to get everything well approaching, that this one might be able to stay on the current position, will go in. But this is going to get very possible that this one might going in, and looks like Nintrado's Akira is now definitely going in to take the checker flag, and now he has finally took first place on the podium. Looks like he did very well, and then mostly other racers have finally come in any position that this is going to be able to stay on it. So looks like that was a very excellent race, but this will be able to have to try to keep going, and then this is definitely might needs to do a lot better, that this will might be able to have a very better race, will might get in there. Now, looks like this is going to be a very difficult race, that this is going to be giving much more chances to be able to take. So, plenty much anticipated that this is going to be able to give a good running calls, that this is going to be able to get in there. So, maybe this is definitely might be pretty hard, that this is definitely might be a very tough race to be able to go on. So maybe at least that this is going to be needs to do one perfectly, that this will be able to stay on track, since the qualifying race that this will might go better to do it. But well, can I say that all what's left to be able to have to take a little bit more time, that this is going to be able to take a little bit better, that this will might be able to do perfectly, will might get in to be able to stay on track. So looks like the results has been confirmed, and now looks like this is going to be able to consider on 11th place, but this is going to be doing a lot better to be able to have 4 positions to re-race up, and then this will consider to be able to give a little increased driver rating, that this will might do a little bit better, that this will might do a lot of work. So that was a very good race, folks, and now this is definitely might be getting more earnings besides mileage points. It definitely might be doing perfectly, will get better. But looks like everything is going to be able to take a little bit more time, that this will might be able to keep going. And then, well, and remember you guys, practice on Tokyo Expressway, so try not to be sure that this is definitely a hard race to avoid the collisions, because hard bumps is definitely the toughest challenge that we might need to avoid. Okay, I hope that this is going to be able to give a best chance that this one might be able to say to Necrado to congratulate for his win, and then this is going to be given the best motivation. Will might be able to give a good successful chance. Will might keep it up on it. But I know this is going to be able to have to take a tough race, that we need to be able to work faster. Thank you so much, Nincradio Tanisha. So this is definitely a very good race, so really appreciate for your best driving skills, that this one might do better. So looks like this is going to be able to get ready for the next round of the race, and this is going to be able to take a little bit perfect chance we might go in. Now let's see which vehicle should I get for today's daily workout. So this is going to get very useful to be able to see it. Alright, looks like the yellow Corvette C7 Stingray is now received. So very good choice of a color, so this will be added into the garage. So I hope that this is going to be very better, that this will be able to have to take a lot of clean racing skills, that this will might be able to do better. So even perhaps that I just try my best, that this is definitely might be able to keep up, that this will might take some plenty inside turns around in Tokyo Expressway South, but we all try our best, that this is definitely might be important. So be sure that this is going to be a very good practice race on the city course, because this is going to get very extremely tough, because this will might be able to have to take much concentration, that this is going to be able to avoid the collisions. So I hope that this is going to be able to do much perfectly. We might be able to get ready for the next race we might get started out for. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be see you guys next time for continuing on the GR Super GT Cup on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.